All right. Loop of broken dreams backwards. So, dream of broken loops. Let's see, it might be too dark. I'm gonna have to take my goggles off and let's see what's going on here. Used to it this direction. Kind of throwing me for a loop here. Loop. Hauling ass, and then it's a switchback of a nasty rutted chunk. like the first day that the Department of Natural Resources opened back up the land due to wildfires. 2020 has been kind of a nasty wildfire season for Washington, which is the state I'm in, but also Oregon and California as well. So, first day we can be out, which is nice. I'm trying different GoPro settings last time I was out 2 weeks ago, which unfortunately caused all my footage to essentially become garbage, which sucks. So that explains the 3 weeks or 3 weekends, I guess. 2 weeks of waiting, which I'm sorry for. But yeah. So moving right along now. Happy neutral. And now we can ride, finish up the season strong. See how much riding we do in the winter time. There's a couple sand dunes that wouldn't mind hitting, but we'll see what's going on there as far as the group. We're gonna meet up with my brother later on today and do some riding with him, which is why we're kind of trying to ride this fast, because he just got himself a 2018 Husqvarna TX, so the same bike I've got, 300, but he's just got street bike experience and see how much fun we have out here, so he wants to join us. Woo. So he's gonna do that, so we will be dirt road cowboying up a little bit with him until he can get some experience, you know, learn what it feels like to have the bike slide out from under you a little bit, you know, riding with essentially no traction. Whoop, treat. That wasn't there last time. And you know, it's gonna be some good fun. So the group is gonna grow, which would be nice. You know, my goal is to have, you know, 5-6 people if we can. That way there's always a group going on every weekend if I want to go, which I usually do. But then on top of that, like, more people to take tools and stuff like that, you know. Right now it's just my buddy Jess and I going. So he, you know, he takes some stuff and I take some stuff, but he's riding a 4-stroke. I've got the 2-stroke, so whoop, a lot of like spark plugs and stuff like that I'm kind of responsible on for my own, which is fine, but it'd be nice to have, you know, my brother. That way, you know, I don't have to carry tools and wrenches and saw and water and GoPro equipment and that sort of stuff. Those kind of add to overall pack weight, which kind of stinks. Oh. All right, I think we're gonna cut these out of the way, so I will get back to you. All right, he's getting moving. Get my helmet all laced up here. Oh, that's cold. Take it off for a couple minutes. Remove these trees, which, ha-ha! And yeah, my head's like cold. Sweat gets cold. And it's a nice day, probably 64, 60, somewhere in there. Especially in this is even cooler. All right. Ooh, those are cold too. Let's get moving. Okay. Let's... Ugh. I kind of parked myself in a hole so I could use that tree. Alrighty. Get moving here. Yeah, it was crazy. He just had a tree went right behind his tire. on the right hand side crept up his spokes, got jammed between his spoke and his fork tube on the right, behind his tire to the, you know, on top to forward. Luckily I don't think it did any damage, but you know, just gotta watch stuff like that, unfortunately. Should have taken a picture of it before we got it out. It was kind of interesting. Sorry about my squealy brakes. For some reason these Maguras, not too long into using them, get kind of squeaky. I clean them and they're quiet, and then I ride them a little bit and they get squeaky. I don't know what it is. Kind of obnoxious, but bike's awesome other than that. So some squeaky brakes I can live with, especially since it's kind of the front only. Although I will admit I don't use the back probably as much as I should. You know, if I'm going downhill, I'll grab it, but I would say most of my braking is on the front. But yeah, we're kind of, I wouldn't say cooking along, whoa, today, but we're moving right along today. We're not going to stop a bunch because we gotta meet up with my brother and get some time with him, which is all good. I don't know, kind of excited because he did go out and buy that Husqvarna. He was gonna go and buy a new Kawasaki KLX, but the more I looked at it, the more I was just kind of like, man, it's too heavy, especially for single track. I think, you know, it's more one of those, you know, dad's got a KLX 300, mom's got a KLX 230, and you know, 10-year-old junior or 12-year-old junior's got a KLX 110 type thing. It's more of a family, like, logging road campsite bike, not necessarily a harder enduro bike, you know. I'm sure you could ride it through there, but whoa, it's just kind of a little portly and one now. Oh shit. Alright, well, we'll stop talking again. Alright, cut this tree out of the road. This is going to be the trail of interrupted dreams. This is ridiculous. Look at how much dust he kicked up. He couldn't have gone easy. Couldn't have gone easy on that throttle. Okay, we'll go kind of easy on the throttle for a minute. Let him get out in front. As I was saying, I'm should be kind of excited, especially kind of exciting, especially with you know, him not now having to lug a big heavy bike through the woods. That wouldn't have been fun for him, which, let's face it, it's not fun for him. It's probably not going to be fun for the rest of us to watch him do it either. So, but yeah, I don't know, he's pretty excited. He was telling me last night, so it should be good fun. It's dark back here. I'm liking it. This is a nice day. Unlike the day we did what is lovingly being called expletive deleted rock. You know, which was a long trail and a lot of uphill and gross, and we man, it was just a hot day. It wasn't having fun. Eventually we will go that way. That's Granite Peak, but it's pretty nasty. But we're just trying to get this loop in, get back. But yeah, expletive deleted rock was a bit much because it was hot day. And if you want to actually see the trail, what's he call himself now? Upper Right Enduro, I think, is my buddy Jess's channel, and he shot the whole thing as well. And I think he's got like a 50-minute long video, which was some of it. I don't think it was all of it. It was a long trail. It took us a lot of time, a lot of tree hopping. There was a lot of down trees, which is why I actually went and bought the Silky Big Boy that I carry, the Big Boy 2000. I must say, with the bigger rubber teeth, I must say I cannot endorse that saw enough. It's an amazing piece of equipment. That's what we're using to cut the trees out of the trail back here. And man, it makes short work of whatever you point it at, that's for sure. It doesn't take a lot of effort. Really good saw. And it doesn't weigh a lot either. I mean, I think you're probably looking at a pound or two, you know. And the blade's really good. It's got really good reviews on time of duration of blade, you know, strength. And man, it got dark back here. And yeah, I just couldn't be happier. We use this kind of custom trail, Boston trail, and now we're using it today to clean up some trail. And yeah, I would recommend anyone riding enduro. You know, you got a pack. You should probably have some first aid and stuff with you. But once you get kind of the basics out of the way, I would say a good saw should be on the list. Especially, you know, I mean, if you're riding out in the desert, you're doing 5 miles of hell or something, a saw doesn't make sense. But if you're in the Pacific Northwest or anywhere that has trees, you know, trees fall. It's just a way of life. And, you know, they fall across the trail and you got to deal with them. So, unfortunately, you know, there's more and more trails, and Forest Service can't keep up with all of them. So sometimes these go a relatively long time without some love, and if we are we're the people using them, we can show everyone that we're the, ow, that whipped me across the lip, which is weird, so I got a full face helmet. But we can show everyone that we're responsible as a motorcycling community, and that we can, you know, get them done. You know, fix stuff and maintain them ourselves, you know, leave it, as cliche as it sounds, I hate cliches, but, you know, leave it cleaner than it was when we got there. And pick it up, help maintain it. I mean, they're going to get ripped up because we're climbing and spinning tire and everything else, but we can easily get some trees out of the trails. Sorry, I'm freaking trying to concentrate. Oh, this sucks. Freaking hate this. Oh, it's not that bad going this way. But yeah, we just need to, as a community, skid plate working there. You know, as a community, we need to do better. You know, so if we, you know, and it starts with being responsible. You know, we enjoy the forest. Let's make sure that we have spark arresters on our gear. You know, that's a big one. Whoa. What's up, son? Whew. Oh, for shit's sake. Alright, we gotta cut this out.